been so long since I've been live, I almost forgot how to do it. So thank you so much, replay viewers, for stopping by, and anyone that happens to be whizzing by as I just come on for a little bit to say our Christmas greetings, our season's greetings, our holiday well wishes in the last few days of 2021. If you are new here, my name is Kim, and I'm an elementary school teacher here in Yokohama, Japan. Finally on winter holidays. Yay! They actually only started. We had school on Monday, and that was our closing ceremony. So I've only been in holiday mode for a little bit, and we returned back to school on January 8th, 2022. So I have a few weeks to relax, reorganize, re-energize, and celebrate a very quiet Christmas Eve at home with my mom and Sinbad. No plans to go traveling anywhere, no plans to do anything special. Apologize for the background. I love this parking lot because it gives me that nice bamboo background. I'm in my car, and that's actual bamboo. It seems weird to have a bamboo forest right next to a parking lot, but it makes for a good backdrop, especially when usually the easiest place for me to do a live broadcast is from my car. As you guys know, I live with my mom. I've been taking care of her for the past 5 years since my father passed away, and she moved in here with me. And this year was crazy because we had to renew her visa, and I thought it would be a simple and easy process like it was the first time we renewed her visa. By renewed, I mean get an extension on her visa. And so, yeah, so this year it was a pretty involved process. I needed so many documents. I had so much running around I had to do, but it got done. And so she is here for another 5 years, and then we'll have to go through the whole process again. I also had to renew my driver's license this year, so that was a pain, especially because ordinarily it would be super easy if you don't get any tickets or if you don't have any traffic violations. But during the past 5 years, your girl has had 2. So I had to go to like a traffic violation lecture before I could get my license renewed. And it was a long 2 hours that I had to sit and listen to a lecture, basically not scolding you, but basically telling you the importance of following rules, etc., which I do all the time when I drive. It just so happened that the time when I was speeding, my mindset was probably not in a good place, and I realized the mistakes that I made. So I am a way more careful driver. Pretty soon I'm going to need that sticker. They have a sticker in Japan. They have a mandatory sticker on, it's like not really a sticker, it's a magnet, a mandatory thing that you have to put on the car if you're a new driver. So it kind of identifies you to the entire driving world that you are a new driver. But they also have this magnetic seal for elderly drivers, which I think is nice because then it kind of tells everybody, hey, this person may be a little bit slower, or maybe their reflexes aren't as fast, who knows. But anyway, it kind of identifies you as an elderly driver. They don't have a specific age for that, so I think anytime you want to use it, you can. I just realized it looks like it says angel, and by no means am I an angel. It says Los Angeles. Hello, Carice. Thank you for stopping by. Or is it caress? Sorry. I said caress. I should know that word. So that was another thing on my plate at the ending months. And then we had our school health check, and my results were not very good this year. I can blame part of it. I just think the timing that they did the whole health checkup thing was a very bad time. I had to do it after teaching classes, being tired, having taught class all morning, having starved all morning, and then having to do a health check in your lunchtime and then be ready for the next class, I think that's a little too much. I think they really ought to be a little bit more mindful of when they schedule these health checks for teachers at school, and make it on a day when there are no pupils around and when you don't have classes to rush and teach. So those are my complaints for the end of the year. Anyways, the year did end off well. We got our report cards done. We had a marathon long meeting. So for those of you that follow me on Twitter, hey John, thank you so much. Joy, peace, and a very Merry Christmas to you. I hope everything with you and your loved ones are going well. Yeah, so I had a marathon meeting, and not the best way to end the school year, but it feels so good when you get all the reports out of the way. That being said, I still had work to do. I still had to assign supplementary homework, and I forgot to do it on the last day of school, so I did it through the Google Classroom. Sorry, kids. I am trying to finish up all the appointments that I have. Like, I had a dental appointment, but I think this year a lot of it is going to wait until January. I usually like to do all my health report or health checkups and all that in December, but there just wasn't enough time, and I just really needed this time to relax. Hey, Merry Christmas to you, Serge. Hope all is well where you are. So yeah, let's talk about the state of the world right now, at least in Japan. I think that gray cloud of Omicron, or as they say in Japan, Omicron. I keep saying Omicron, and none of my Japanese friends understand what I'm saying. Japanese is pronounced very syllabically, so if I say Omicron, it probably doesn't make sense, because on the news they call it Omikuron, so syllable by syllable. Anyways, we do have cases in Japan, more in Western Japan, like the Osaka area. There was a base in Okinawa that had, gosh, how many people? Is it 200 something? They had a cluster outbreak there, partially because I guess the conditions to do the PCR testing upon arrival or upon departure, I'm not really sure about all the news, was not followed strictly enough. And I think there's just so many things right now. It's really hard to know which way people are going or reacting. As of now, it's impossible, or it's very, very risky, I should say, for any person that is a foreign worker here in Japan. It's very risky to go back to your home country, because there is a strong possibility you will not be able to come back until they lift the restrictions and the travel bans. Right now, I don't think they're allowing foreign travelers into the country. So it's kind of put a damper on a lot of people's holiday plans. I don't have any plans to go back to the U.S. to visit family. As you know, my family is living with me, and my brother is in the process of moving. He was in Idaho, but him and his wife are relocating. I won't say the location in case they don't want everyone to know, but yeah, so it's a huge move for them. It's a temporary move for work-related reasons, and so I don't know when. It would be so much easier if he could come and visit my mom here, but we don't know when that safe travel period time will be. And I'm sure that's a lot of people all over the world whose travel plans have been interrupted by this new variant of COVID. And I'm sure it is also, it puts a damper on people's plans when everyone was finally getting excited to celebrate the freedom or being able to go out again. Even I confess, it felt so good to go out to a Christmas illumination for the first time in 2 years. It felt really good to go out to a shopping mall and do a little bit of shopping and feel a little bit safer, because you've been vaccinated, other people have been vaccinated. Yet, as we know, with the new strain, people that have been getting the Omicron strain have been vaccinated, double vaccinated. Booster shots in Japan are rolling out slowly, but right now I think they're only available for medical workers, or workers that had gotten their boosters or their first, wait, or workers that have gotten their second vaccination back at the beginning of last year. My mom's booster will be due, I think, in February, so hopefully she'll be able to get that successfully, and hopefully for the rest of us, we'll be able to get our booster shots as well. What else? No restrictions. There are no emergency restrictions in any prefecture at the moment. People are anticipating a possible rise, a possible surge in cases after the winter breaks. People don't usually go around a whole lot during Christmas, but during the New Year holidays, it's a really big travel time for a lot of Japanese natives. They go to visit their family in whichever prefecture they live in, so there's a lot of domestic travel. In the past, there's always been a lot of international travel, and I think some people still are traveling internationally, but there are certain countries that I think Japan is placing quarantine restrictions on. So it's all, I don't know, I guess because I'm not involved right now in traveling. I don't know all the restrictions. So if you are doing traveling, or if you are interested in coming to Japan for work or pleasure related, you've got to keep checking the websites and the embassies and all those guidelines, because it could change at any time. And unfortunately, I have friends that were planning to come and visit, and I'm not able to see them for who knows how long. So yeah, so it's kind of, I know it's that way with everyone else. I know people are really upset because they've spent maybe the past 2 years being very, very vigilant, following every single procedure, and still not being able to go home and spend the holidays with their family. My colleague is the same way. Some people that I know have family members that have COVID suffering family members back home, and they want to spend time with their relatives and their loved ones, and it's really hard. So even though the promise of 2022 is hopeful, and we are all keeping our fingers crossed that things will change for the better, we are still ending 2021 on sort of a bittersweet note, because I think things do loom over, and things still are a little bit worrisome. So let's think about something happy. Let's remind ourselves that today is Christmas Eve, which I know if you look around in Japan, you see the decorations, but it is still a normal working day here. In fact, some of my teacher colleagues have parent conferences today. Can you imagine having your parent conference on Christmas Eve and hearing about the struggles or the concerns that teachers have with your child on Christmas Eve? They might take those presents from Santa and say, hey, sorry, not getting it this year. Just kidding. Or they may be happily surprised and say, oh, you're doing so well. Santa brought you an extra present. This is also the day, if you watched my previous video about how Christmas is spent in Japan and some of the things that surprised me, I just drove by that yellow cake shop. Oh my God! Sarah! Hey, Merry Christmas to you and the family. Hey, keep your fingers crossed. We have our international exchange trip already booked for next August 2022, but who knows what the heck is going to happen with that. We had to plan it and organize it, so all the reservations are set, and it just depends on the status of the world. But it would be so great to be able to hang out again like we did. Gosh, was that 2 years ago, 3 years ago? Oh, I know. Same here. Same here. We're not We're hopeful, but we're not expecting it. In fact, originally they were going to book a trip for us on March, which we knew was going to be canceled. There's no way. And it helps because my partner teacher is from Australia, so he keeps abreast on everything, and he's up to date with all the restrictions, the concerns, the numbers, the lockdown. I know. That was so much fun. I still picture that little place that we hung out. And hey, I haven't been on live for a while, so it's really good to see you guys, and I really appreciate you coming in. As you all know, like after Periscope shut down, a lot of us were looking to find a place to live stream, and we went to Haps, and then Haps upgraded and changed a lot of the way the app worked. And so everybody was just sort of searching for a home, and it made us really, really reminiscent and I don't know, nostalgic for the fun that we had on Periscope. And so I decided to come on to YouTube only because I thought it's easy. I don't have to use a phone number to log in. If I want to keep this replay up, I can. And if I don't want to, I can make it private. So yeah, so it gives me a little bit more control. So that's why I'm here. But I do miss the ease of Periscope. I'm so glad that you guys are commenting, because sometimes I'll just come in here and I'll talk to myself. But it's very therapeutic. I know a lot of people can't understand what the draw is or the fun is of live streaming or broadcasting. Yay, thank you. Yeah, it's hard to come on during school because I find that if I'm holding my phone, it's very shaky, so it's easier if I just have it here. So here we are in my car with the parking lot, the bamboo forest background, which looks like one of those green screen or one of those Zoom backgrounds, but it's actually the parking lot background. I do too, Adam. You know, for as many people that complained about a lot of parts of it, some of the people I've met, such as you guys, thank you. It is kind of interesting, huh? The people that I met through Periscope and were able to meet in person, just totally touched my heart. Hey, you take care. Have a wonderful and Merry Christmas, Sarah. Wish your family a Merry Christmas for me. Don't be naughty, because you never know if Santa Claus is watching you. Take care, Sarah. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, it's the friends that I made on Periscope, you know, thank goodness there were so many other social networks so we can keep in touch. But it was just such an exciting community. Mwah, thank you. It was just such an exciting and random community, and I came on for the purpose of connecting with other teachers and getting the energy from teachers that were passionate about teaching like I was, because I was kind of feeling like I was surrounded by negativity. Hey, yeah. Gosh, I can't wait. This is the things that I mean. This is what I was talking about earlier, Adam. I miss the people that want to come to Japan and that have trips planned or have ideas planned and they can't come. I had people that were planning to come during the Olympics, and we were planning reunions and get-togethers, and all that went out the air. Let's hope Sinbad stays healthy for the time that you can come. I'll knock on wood, because I need to stay healthy too. But Adam, hey, for sure, yeah, it would just be so fabulous to meet these people that you meet on Periscope, because I feel like when you're live streaming and when you're interacting, you learn so much about, right, the people that come into your broadcast and vice versa. And Adam, I remember so many of our chats, brings back a lot of memories. And you know, Sinbad was, gosh, when I first started Periscope, he was, what, 6 years old? 6 years old, 7 years old. He was still a puppy, and he was still, in the beginning stages of his illnesses, and he's still strong. He's going to be 15 years old in January 25th. So yeah, so just a month to go before he hits the big 15. So anyways, well, I am going to get ready to run a few errands. I was thinking about going to my mom's doctor and getting a consultation about something, but I think I'm going to save that for next time, because I'm sort of in the mood. Tough is, he is still so friggin' feisty, Adam. Like, I'm trying to clean up and reorganize, and when he wants attention, he just paws. Boom. It's like, hey, 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 play with me. Hey, give me a treat. And it's just, like I tell him to wait. And then he's got these treats, or he's got these like stuffed toys that I put a treat inside, and he brings it, all the time. 15 years, John, in January. After when, it was really kind of touch and go for a while. He still is on medication. We will go to the vet at the beginning of January for his annual checkup. So at that time, I'll be sure to put him on screen. I've been trying to get glimpses of him on YouTube every so often. But he's definitely a lot scruffier because he can't be at the groomers anymore. The groomers won't take elderly dogs because it's too much stress on them to stand up and to endure the haircut. So I'm grooming him myself. Bathing him is a challenge. Those of you that have dogs or cats, and cats, I guess you don't have to bathe. They clean themselves. But if you are a dog owner, another, no matter what kind of dog you have, bath time can sometimes be a challenge. And then with Sinbad, I cut it with my own scissors. I try to give him a halfway decent haircut. Oh, I am so sorry to hear that, John. 13 years, that's a long time. The kidneys part, my friend's dog is having some kidney problems as well. Oops, sorry, these people are in my background. Luckily my car shade kind of fuzzes them out. Please excuse the little bomb, because I don't think they realize that I'm talking on my phone. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Caught on candid camera. Anyways, yeah, so he's been with me. Oh, that would be good. I wish Sinbad would take a shower, but I think because he's smaller, like Shaki was a lot bigger, right? So it's probably easier to do a shower with him instead of a bath. Sinbad, I do use like the handheld shower, but yeah, he gets so skinny, like all his fur, right? And I have a special detangler because he's got longer hair now. So it's a challenge. The parking lot is filling up. So we're going to have another photo bomb in just a second. 3, 2, 1. Oh no, I guess he went in the car. So anyways, yeah, those of you with fur babies, our pets, they're so precious to us. So we have to spend the time with them while they are alive and well. And as they get older, when you have a senior pet, it's hard. It's like at my household, 3 seniors under one roof with very feisty personalities, but we're still healthy and we're still staying strong, and that's the best present that I could ask for. I am wishing all of you a very safe and healthy Christmas season. If you don't celebrate Christmas, whatever holiday you celebrate, if you do celebrate Christmas, tonight is Christmas Eve here in Japan. It is a time, I think, to be, it's not Thanksgiving, but I'm going to say it's a time to be grateful and count your blessings and enjoy precious moments with your loved ones. If you can't be together with them, just spend it with your heart and your memories, and keep everything hopeful and positive for the future. Yes, exactly. The circumstances right now in Japan are still very iffy. I think it's that way all over the world. So even if you want to go out and celebrate, please do so carefully. And yeah, I should have bought wine glasses or something to say, hey, cheers for a very Merry Christmas. So from Yokohama, from my household with Mom and Sinbad, I should have them with me. I should put a little picture or something. Please have a wonderful holiday season, and we will catch you again sometime live soon. So those of you that came in, thank you. I won't, but I do have to get clean because my place, Adam, is a mess. I wish I were Mary Poppins and could just snap my fingers and everything cleans up. Yeah, so Adam, John, Sarah, thank you so much for coming in. And for anybody watching the replay, thank you so much for stopping by. Merry Christmas, everyone. And I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye. Bye, John. Bye-bye. Choo, 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 choo.